We'll be lovers in another one's but I want to believe again. Oh, I want to believe again. And I want to be waiting rivers underground. Going nowhere, going somewhere. And if I didn't look around, might have never found you. In this game of lost and found, it's going somewhere, it's going nowhere. I've been thinking a lot about New Mexico. And some of you will know that I spent a lot of time here.
Way too much time.
Too much time, maybe. Yeah, I spent a lot of time here shooting a show called Out of Range a number of years ago, and just completely fell in love with this place. Yesterday, while we were driving in, I felt like this incredible, rush of energy. It felt like I was I just have such love for this place, and it's such a special, it's a special thing, and so I'm really thrilled to be here with you guys. I've been thinking about a lot of things. I've been thinking about, consequences and balloons and. It's a very thoughtful time, really. And I've been thinking about making a record, and I've been thinking about records in general, that if you look at the stump of a tree, it looks a lot like a record. It's like every ring of the tree is represents a year of growth. Every ring of the record represents one rotation, Maybe that's a song, maybe it's just a moment. We only get so many rotations, right? And just trying to make use of all my rotations, I guess. I'm the father of a 3-year-old child, so my record player's on sort of an indefinite hiatus. So if you're a 3-year-old, a record player seems like the perfect thing to destroy. It's got a little case that goes up and down that you'd love to just pull over to the side and disconnect. Then it's got that arm that moves. That's the perfect thing to just rip right off of it. And then it's got a spinny bit that you'd like to ride if you could. Anyway, in order to make a new record, you gotta make new songs, so I'm gonna play you a couple new ones tonight. Doesn't matter where you start from. Doesn't matter where you end. Try to always like your lovers. Try to always love your friend. And try to always read the writing when it's written on the wall. Try to put a good foot forward. You might walk before you crawl. Think I'm trying to write a love song, but it feels so different now. And this hotel is tilting backwards, from port to starboard stern and bow. But nothing good is ever perfect. No true love is ever small. Let tomorrow be a new year. Let us walk before we crawl. I got so many expectations. If I could only find my keys. Maybe sometimes, maybe never. On nights like this and days like these. Should you lack for inspiration, the comment section has got it all. Just follow step-by-step instructions. How to walk before you crawl. I'm out here sweating all the small stuff. Yeah, I've never known another way. And I get so angry at the timing of all the things you didn't say. Just when you think you're at the bottom, there's always further left to fall. Every step feels like a stumble. When you walk before you crawl. And if the river's too wide, and the mountain's too steep, and you've been thinking it over, you just know that you're not gonna sleep. Put yourself down more than anybody. Tell you to yourself that you can't always be who you want to be. One heat wave in your sleep with my Ridgewood beauty queen, watching the poisonous explosion above that Mr. Rogers scene. The M train running on the rooftops, the church bells answering the call. I could hear the angels singing, don't try to walk before you crawl. Yeah, and the river's too wide, the snow is too deep. You can hear yourself making a promise you know that you're not gonna keep. You slow yourself down, can you remember to breathe? Can you admit to yourself that you can't always be who you wanted to be, who you needed to be, who they want you to be, who they need you to be, who I want you to be, who I need you to be, who you wanted to be, who I need you to be, who I wanted to be. Thank you so much. Yo, how awesome is Cam cool, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen twins perform on stage like that.
You're so bearded.
It's remarkable to me that they were able to grow those beards at exactly the same pace. I mean, I know that's DNA at its finest, but did they start at the same time? I don't know. It's so cool. It's Cam cool. Really stoked that they're with us for this leg of shows. Aaron, the guy who was sitting right here, has been our tour manager, is still our tour manager, and is working overtime to make sure that we get where we need to go and that we're doing it right. And now he's also opening the show with his brother. I'm so stoked. So buy their merch before it disappears, because it's really sick. And speaking of merch, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. When you hold one record, it doesn't feel that heavy, right? But let's say you put 30 of those fuckers in a box. It adds up. And then you bring, 30 of those boxes with you from Toronto all the way across North America. What I'm telling you is basically that it's not that far away from Christmas. And I think we all know there's gonna come a time where you're like, fuck, I should have bought those records. So let's do all of us a favor. If we could take 0 vinyl to Boulder tomorrow, that would be sick. That might be an unattainable goal. We're gonna find out soon. And if you're not into records, which, like, first of all, like, that's weird. Because you don't even have to have a record player to enjoy a vinyl, you know what I mean? You just put it up on your wall. So you have like a wobbly table, you can just fold it up and put it under that bed. Use it as a frisbee in the parking lot of an Allsups. Whatever the hell you want with it. We also have hats and shirts to some degree, I think. And that's the end of my Christmas spiel. I'll play you another new song because I like playing the new ones. This was written here in New Mexico. Mexico. It's called Sunport. I'm holding your hand, driving in circles, baby. Don't get out here. We got time for love. Now I'm playing. Time is just fine. And we said it's fine. But we both know I can't let you go. Can't ask you to stay. God damn it, I want to. Try not to tell you. It feels like I'm breaking. It's like you're part of my body now. And when you walk through the doors, I lost it. And the security guard was watching, and I could not see through the tears. I was crying, so instead, sit there while the phone drive. And when I got back to the house, so quiet, baby, you just hear how things happen, baby, you just hear. Now I'm trapped in the silence, I swear you hear it like an hour ago. I tried to write, there was nothing to write without you sat on the floor, fully lost in the blindness, and I know it dance, but it's hard and it's bright, and I got no need, no desire to hide. I'm thinking of making a break for the border. Can't keep me away from my baby. I told me to stay, but I'm done taking orders. I'll be boarding the plane day after tomorrow. First album I ever made, first record I ever made was called Songs from a Broken Chair. And I released that in 2016. That's a long time ago. And I was gonna call it A Costly Mistake, but I got talked out of that. And I never knew I was going to make a record. I had just been writing songs because it was something to do with all the terrible feelings in my brain and in my body. And I would play them for friends of mine or women I was trying to impress. And everyone was like, "These are kind of good, man. And what are you going to do with these?" And I was like, "Nothing. Please leave me alone." And then eventually my mom sat me down. She was like, "You got to record these things or they're going to expire on you." And that idea was like terrifying to me, abstract enough to get my attention. And so I called the only friend of mine who I knew had ever made a record. His name is Matthew Barber, and he's produced all my full-length records. And I asked him, I said, Matt, how do you make a record? And he was like, well, we can make a record if you want. And I was like, that sounds great, thank you. And so we booked like a 2-day recording session. We were going to bang out 5 songs a day, which, I don't know, it feels like a lot. But after the first day, I already knew this was the thing I was the most proud of in my life. And I was like, man, I really got to continue to do this. And after the second day, I was like, wow, we made a record. And Matt was like, oh, buddy, there is so much left to do. I had no idea. I was like, I didn't understand what a mix was, what mastering was, what sequencing was, what registering the songs for digital release or album artwork for various different, it's different for CDs than for vinyl, and for, God forbid, you make cassette tapes, you know? And I went through all those steps. It took me so long to do it because I was in my 20s and very stupid and full of despair. Not to talk down about my younger self, but if you listen to that record, you know it's true. And eventually I was like, the one thing I knew I wanted was I wanted to hold the vinyl record of these songs. Because if you think about the word record, it's like proof that something happened, you know? And I needed that to make it real. And I wanted to put it on the shelf with all the other records of like legitimate musicians that I listened to. And so I looked up this company on the internet, and their website said that they pressed records, vinyl ones. And I was like, good enough for me. So I called them up and I was like, I'll take 500 records, please. They were like, oh, okay, 500. I don't know what I thought I was going to do with 500 records. I only knew about 20 people, but I went full tilt. They called me maybe a month later and they said, Mr. Reid, your order is ready. Your 500 records are ready for pickup. And I drove out. I was so excited. And I went to the loading dock and I popped my trunk and I put all these very heavy boxes into my car, and I drove them home and I ripped the box open and I took out the first pressing of Songs from a Broken Chair. And the first thing I noticed was the jacket, the album artwork that my sister had done was like almost totally black. Like you could barely read the letters, you could not see the image at all. And I was like, well, that's tough. But it's probably gonna sound great. And then I pulled out the record and I put it down onto my turntable. See the turntable that's right over there, and I noticed that the hole in the middle of the record was too small. And I was like, well, this must just be what new records are like. Just gotta break it in, you know? So I pressed down with all of my might and kind of snapped it onto the turntable and it made this horrible cracking sound. I was like, wow, I think I broke everything, but turns out it was fine. I turned the record player on and I moved the needle into the groove. The first song on that record is called Angels and Demons. I've never played that song live. I think it has to do with this experience. Because what I heard was not quite the opening chords to Angels and Demons, but something kind of squeakier and more desperate. And then the vocal came in and I was like, is this a fucking Chipmunks record? And my wife from the other room was like, did you put it on 45? I was like, no, it's on 33. Leave me alone, I know what I'm doing. And it was quickly evident that they had cut this record at the wrong speed. And I had 500 of them. And I didn't know what to do. So like anyone full of despair in their mid-20s, I did absolutely nothing. It's like, this will go away all on its own. Eventually, I summoned up the courage to send a very stern Canadian email. You know, serious but polite. You know. I was like, excuse me, these simply won't do. Better next time, please. They're like, of course, as if they dealt with this every day. And like, you know, a couple months went by and they were like, okay, your replacement order's ready. They sent it to me this time. They didn't make me come out and get it. And I couldn't even open up the boxes. My wife opened up the box and she put on the record. And this time I'm in the other room and I'm like, did you put it on fucking 45? No, it's fucking Alvin again. So I slipped into another despair hole and did nothing once again, and eventually was like confronted with the fact that I had to get to the other side of this. You know, I felt like I was receiving all these messages that maybe this wasn't what I thought it was going to be. You know, maybe it wasn't worth seeing through, and my dumb 25-year-old self had to be like, no, man, this is. Remember that feeling the first day. You have to think about that and you have to push through. And so I emailed them again. And I said, this is nuts, man. Like, you can't do this to me. And they were like, we totally understand. They must have been Canadian too. They were like, unfortunately, you only have 10 days to make a complaint about your order. I was like, I have only 10 days to listen to both sides of 500 records to make sure you know how to do your fucking job? And they were like, yes. I was like, all right. So I just paid them for a full new order with 7,000 Canadian dollars. That might not seem like a lot to you, but at the time I was pretty broke. And again, I just knew I had to do it, and I'm glad that I did, because I still sell those records. That's still probably the record that people tell me they resonate with the most, and maybe I should have called it a costly mistake, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm proud of it, and this is a song from that record.
I can see you dance with another man, and isn't in my hands. You gotta know cut a rug. Now I'm trying to figure out where to stand. Oh, do I want to fall in love with you? Do I want to fall in love with you? Yeah, but I don't want to fall in love with you. If I want to fall apart with you. I don't know a lot, tell you what. I used to be immune to you, but I'm not anymore. Now you're in my head, and I can try to lie, I can try to bluff, or I can try to dance with you instead. Oh yeah, 'cause I wanna fall in love with you. Yeah, I wanna fall in love with you. Yeah, I don't wanna fall in love with you. If I wanna fall apart with you, with you, with you. What would you pick if you had to choose? Taking a risk or playing safe? Yeah, 'cause I both say I don't wanna play if I'm gonna lose.
B-side. B-side's my favorite side of the record. Not all the time, but most of the time, at least conceptually it is. I think that's because the B-side to me feels like the more artist-driven side. It's like, you know, there was some conversations at a label in an office somewhere about what should be up front. What's gonna go on the radio, what's gonna go on the playlist, the singles. What's gonna be a hit, as if anybody can predict that. But the B-side, it feels like the place the artist gets to stretch out and say, this is something I'm thinking about, this is a sound I'm interested in, this is a song I like. Probably a little bit more emotionally driven. When I'm putting a sequence together for a record, I like to think that I'm putting together a batting order for a baseball team. That first song has got to get on base, you know. Second one's got to move it over. Probably a little speed on the bass pads wouldn't hurt in that 1 and 2 spot. Songs 3 through 5. These are the power hitters on the team, you know. These ones are built to do a little bit of damage. And they got a lot of potential. Songs 6 through 9. These songs are best known for playing a little defense, you know. Be a good clubhouse presence. Making sure everybody's doing okay, keeping it light on the bench, occasionally contributing on offense. If this song makes it onto a record, it will definitely be on the B-side.
Germantown, oh Germantown, I could never turn you down. I've been lost once, and I've been found. I've been here, Germantown, Market Square, oh Market Square. You will never see me there. $100,000 stay, I don't care. Market Square. Glass of wine, oh glass of wine. You look so pretty, taste so fine. And if you're willing, and I'm inclined, just one more time. Glass of wine. Yellow bridge, oh yellow bridge. Andy Warhol said the kid, I thought I loved you. Wish I did, wish I did. Yellow bridge. laying you down. Got a little turned around over here in Germantown. I got a little turned around over here in Germantown. Whether to give or take advice. Prototype of a double-sided knife, but I come alive every time I realize they got something right. Do what other people do. Just happy few and all the hoops they're jumping through. The same goes for you. Gotta hold the line or two. Hey, what kind of fool would put on someone else's shoes? How about a mule? Times I paid it twice, but just for tonight, out of mind and out of sight. Yeah, just for tonight, in front of all these echo lights. Oh, just for tonight, underneath these neon lights. Oh, just for tonight, we don't even have to. It occurred to me the other day while I was playing that song that I'm really entering a new
a new phase in my life, a new movement that maybe I'm joining. I'd like to say that I'm bringing something new to it. That movement is called dadcore. And I know there's a couple of you guys out there who are like, hell yeah, man. I like to stand around in my slippers and talk about records and baseball and drink beer and play guitars I don't really know how to play too. Right? Well, a couple of you guys got guitars in your garage and you're not allowed in the house. Yeah. Well, the cars, we won't get into the cars. I ended up bringing, last time I was living here, I ended up bringing home a 1988 Range Rover, which like has no business being in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm like, this is a New Mexico car. And I must have it. I drive it about once a week. It's great. When I need to blow off some dadcore steam, you know. I've been thinking a lot about the algorithm. You guys know the algorithm?
Which one?
Well, yeah, exactly, right? Everybody's like, oh, my algorithm showed me this, my algorithm showed me that. But it's not your algorithm. It's their algorithm. I think it's all just the same fucking thing. We're all just being kind of funneled, you know? And every so often, the algorithm will like feed you a little treat, you know, keep you interested. Show you something that you actually like. And the other day, my algorithm showed me this incredible video of salmon jumping upstream in slow motion. It was incredible. It was like poetic, you know, their silver scales are like glistening in the sunlight and their eyes are like full of desperation because they know that if they can't get upstream to spawn, then they will have failed to pass their DNA on to the next round of salmon. That's coded into every living being, you know. And these salmon are like, they're scared because they might not be able to do it, but they do it anyway. They jump for their lives. And it occurred to me that if salmon had an algorithm, they'd be fucked. Because they would be so distracted and satisfied that they wouldn't jump. You know what I mean, Santa Fe? Anyway, there's something I'm thinking about. It's for my second record, Gemini. I'm thrilled to announce that they pressed this one right the first time.
Taking up oxygen. I'll never be president,
But I think maybe you could use me.
here I am, throwing it out again. There's nobody listening. This used to be interesting. Now it's so hesitant. Probably never be anything. And it feels like I'm walking underwater. That door was just opening. Now feels like nothing is happening. No, it's not was remembering. My patience is wearing thin. You can tell me I'm arrogant. Man, I could have been anything. Whoa, now feels like I'm walking. No feels like I'm walking on the water. White North American, prone to embarrassment. You're out of your element. Feels like there's only one way to settle this. Oh, faking intelligent. Pretend that you're confident. No one will see just how desperate you are to be relevant. Oh, feel like you're walking. Like you're walking on water, yeah. It's gonna feel you're walking inside a highway, the rain pouring down. I can't remember where I was headed to now. Redstone on the dashboard, my head in the clouds. Get in my lane, and baby, I don't wanna get out. Can't take it for granted. You feel this alive. Giving all to the crossing all along the roadside. It's hard to imagine I didn't want to learn how to drive. Roll down the windows just to let in the sky. Radio on and my left foot tapping. motel window and burning mobile home. The wheel in your hand is the only thing you control. The world is just a whipping on pace like a line on a telephone pole. Gasoline in the air I'm breathing. Things I doubt, things I believe in. Feeling you have when it's more than a feeling. Yeah, yeah, yeah. City I trust, city I need. Yeah, we just call it even. There's a crack in my windshield, hoping it holds. There's a crack in everything that I hold close to my soul. And the people I'm next to never get old. I'll never forget you on the merry road. One of my favorite places in New Mexico that I've only been once and I really liked it is Ghost Ranch. And I remember the first time I was here, somebody was like, "Oh, you gotta go to Ghost Ranch." And I was like, "What makes it Ghost Ranch?" And they're like, "Well, a lot of bad shit happened there."
Don't play there.
I was like, "Wow, yeah, I want to." Tell the promoters.
Blossoms and Bones.
Yeah, what's it called?
Blossoms and Bones.
Yes, Blossoms and Bones. I'm
Festival.
I'm desperate to come back at any excuse. So please, write to your local festival promoter. But you know, I think about ghosts a lot because I've never seen one, and I really want to. I feel like I'm ready at this stage of my life, you know, to encounter the other side. But I feel like the spirit world is like, he's too closed off. He'll judge it or something, you know. And I think like the function of ghosts is so incredible. It's like it kind of like it's this like sure it's like spooky and whatever, but it's also like it's an accountability measure. You know, if you think about like your ancestors or your elders, those are like that's like something that you want to like you got to like keep on the straight and narrow so you don't disappoint the ghosts. You know. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. And I feel like, yeah, I want to see a ghost. We were in a theater in St. Paul, and they were like, you know, there's a ghost here. I was like, oh shit. What's their name? And they were like, Mabel. I was like, incredible.
kind of like tried to summon Mabel. You know, it didn't work. And later I was telling my 3-year-old son about Mabel. And he said, Daddy, is Mabel real or pretend? I was like, I don't fucking know.
Heroes and ghosts, enemies, calling me out. I've taken control. Now I'm free. There's just one. Been telling me to figure it out. Cause they think they're still ahead of me, and they're thinking loud. Feelings and hopes and dreams, and rain on the road. What's grabbing my energy? I already know. I already know. I already know.
would like to introduce you to a couple of fine people that I've been traveling with. The gentleman who's sitting behind the drum kit here just bought his first bolo tie today. He's not just our drummer, he's our DJ. The first thing that happens when we get into a venue is that he sets up this portable record player and puts on whatever record he's found most recently. And it's the most joyful way to set up a stage I've ever encountered. And while Aaron was away on another tour, he also covered for us as tour manager and was driving the van all over this country, and incredibly grateful for him. He's a multi-talented man and a beautiful soul. His name is Ryan McDonald. Will you give it up for him? And the gentleman sitting behind what can only be described as too many instruments is a guy who I've had the pleasure of playing music with for a very long time. We were both in a band once together that sucked so bad that we both quit after the first rehearsal. I said to myself, that man has taste. And ever since, I've begged him to be a part of every music project I've ever put out into the world, and he's played on every record that I've made and all but a handful of live shows. And when I was conceiving of this show, he was the only person I wanted to talk to about it. His name is Adrian Cook. Will you give it up for him? And at the back of the room, there are two very tall men who are making us sound and look great tonight. On sound, Mr. Christopher Colte. And on lights, Mr. Jacob Leslie. Will you give it up for him? I also want to say thank you to everyone at Meow Wolf. This place is incredible, and I believe is a testament to the creative spirit of the human being. I have one more song for you. There's a sign, an old road sign that hangs in my bedroom. I found it in one of these beautiful old, Southern Ontario barns near where my parents live. It's just one of these places where an old guy sells old junk, my favorite places in the world. This sign is so heavy it feels like it's made of something very toxic. And the paint's all chipped away and it's all rusted over. And the letters are so beautiful. They're from a time when it still mattered what the letters looked like, The sign says, rough road, drive slowly. I can't think of a better slogan for the time we're living in right now. It's undoubtedly a rough fucking road. But the message on this sign, to me, means that, when the road gets a little bumpy, you don't stop. You just gotta slow down a little bit. Pay a little extra attention. Take care of yourself and the people that are traveling with you. And keep on going. Rough road. Drive slowly. tell me I'm lying, and I'll tell you the truth.
kind, and I misspent you in slow decline. And anyway, what's the truth? What's the truth? We know the truth. And where do we run now that we're here? Now that they've done all the things we fear, and there ain't no sun, and the road ain't clear. What do we become? And who do we become? Oh, what do we do? Now that nothing is fine, now that everyone's blue, and everyone's dying, and we're all being used, every line, what are we gonna do?
there's one song that I'm particularly known for, and no. No, I can't. No. I can? How about this? I'll play one that I want to play, and then I'll play the one that you want me to play. If I like you that much, Sensei, I will do it for you. But first I'm going to play you a song that is written by, I saw this gentleman here wearing a Canada shirt. And I love you, man. And this is one of my favorite songs in the world. It's written by a brilliant Canadian songwriter, artist named Joni Mitchell. And I recorded this song in Albuquerque at the Rio Grande Studios. And I think Kenny Riley's here tonight, who helped me record this song. Thank you, brother.
Just before our love got lost, you said my hand was constant as a northern star. And I said constantly in the darkness, honey, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar. On the back of a cartoon coaster, in the blue of the TV screen light, I drew a map of Canada, oh Canada. With your face sketched on it twice, now you're in my blood like holy wine. It tastes so bitter and so sweet now. I could drink a case of you. I'd still be on my feet, I'd still be on my feet. Well, I'm a lonely painter. I live in a box of paints and I'm frightened by the devil, and I guess that I'm drawn to those ones who ain't afraid, yeah. And I remember when you told me that night, you said love is touching souls, and surely you've touched mine, 'cause part of you flows out of me in these lines from time to time, and now you're in my love like holy wine. Tastes so bitter and so sweet now. I could drink a case of you, darling. I would still be on my feet, still be on my blood like holy wine. Tastes so bitter and so sweet now. I could drink a case of you. I'll still be on my feet, I'll still be on my feet. Wild and wide, come to me, give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises, a world of dreams. Speak the language of love like you know what it means. And it can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong, babe. 'Cause you're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heart, hang on every word you say, tear us apart. Honey, I would rather be dead. In your heart I see the stars every night and every day. In your eyes I get lost and washed away. Just as long as I'm here in your arms, I can be in no better place. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heart, hang on every word you said, tear us apart. Honey, I would rather be dead. Oh, each time you leave me, I start losing control. Like you're walking away with my heart and my soul. Like I feel you, babe, even when I'm alone now. Baby, don't let go. Just simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heartbeat, hang on every word you say, tear us apart. No, no, no. Honey, I would rather be dead. Ooh. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Have a great night.